It's Louise Faith of VIP Boxing, and today I'm joined with Kane Gardner and Jamie Robinson. How are you doing, guys?
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm doing well, going well.
Good, good. And we've got you on because it's fight week, finally. I feel like this has been planned for such a long time when I've seen this card come out. But yeah, Saturday, 29th of June at our favourite venue of Bolton Stadium. We've got you guys topping the bill for a Commonwealth and British title eliminator in the super lightweight division. How did this fight come about, Kane? Tell me.
Well, I think I got told about the fight a little bit ago, and then it went dead a bit. And then I know he was fighting Jack Rafferty, and then Steve, and I was looking to get on the show, but I was going to fight a journeyman. But yeah, then this fight fell through with Jack, and he said they're going to fight me now. They want to fight me now, so yeah, I'm buzzing. I didn't want to fight a journeyman again, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm the same, rough. To be fair, I didn't want to fight no journeyman either. I'm fed up of him.
If to fight Jordan Ellison again, it would be over 8 rounds quite easily. So
You're just pointless, man. I'm well past that stage. I just want to be involved in big fights, and yeah, we was in talks at the beginning of the year. I think with Kane, with Kane's team, Steve, and then I think he got offered a fight in Ireland, and then that all sort of fell down deep. I got offered a fight with Jack Rafferty, which I took, which was meant to be made for the British and Commonwealth titles, which 7 weeks into the camp, we got told he can't make the weight with 7 weeks to go. I think he's down to fight for the British next, but I've heard he's even pulled out of that. So Scott just said to me, look, obviously let me ring around, and he come back with Kane, and I said, listen, Kane's like me. He'll box anybody. Like, you gotta give respect to him. You know what I mean? The same as me. Like, it's pointless chatting shit, because end of the day, like, we both just fight. We're fighters, and we'll fight anybody, and it's proven with both of us with our careers. And you just got to look at it like, if the risk is worth the reward, we're both in it. We're both in it to have a fight. You know what I mean? Like, I know what Kane brings, and Kane knows what I bring. And like, if he wants to run, he runs, and if he wants to have a fight, we'll have a fight. It's one of them. You know what I mean? It's going to be.
See what happens.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. You know what I mean? Once you get in the ring, and we both trained our hardest. You know what I mean? Like, I know you train hard, and I train hard as well. So listen, we're both honest pros. We both work hard, and like, there's no one really out there who wants to give us a chance. So it's like, why not just make this fight happen? You know what I mean? So yeah, it's a great fight.
Yeah, the fight can't disappoint.
No, absolutely. And every time we've put posts out about this, or we've been going around the gyms talking about what's on the card and who's topping the bill, it's put a smile on everybody's faces. And I wanted to hear exactly what you guys both said there. Is you're at a point in your careers, both of you, where you want meaningful fights. You need something to get between your teeth and keep you going up for all of this. And Jamie, this is your 12th year as a professional. What is it?
Yeah.
What is it that keeps you going?
I just love it. I love it all. I love sparring. I love fighting. Like, I'm fed up of boxing these journeymen. Like, I've tried to do it the right way of being in the home fights, and then you get there and no one wants to fight you. Like, Jack Rafferty pulled out of me 7 weeks' notice. Like, how are you pulling out from defending your own belt? So, and I know Kane struggles to get fights as well. So it's like we're both sat in the same position, really. And it's just, why not make this fight? It just makes so much sense, like, as well. Like, we both got a lot to lose, and we've got a lot to win. You know what I mean? After this fight, we're going to be on a big platform, either of us. And like, it's going to be a great fight. I'm looking forward to going in the away corner and causing an upset, and I'm sure Kane will be thinking the same as well. You know what I mean? Or wouldn't be involved in this fight. But I like to fight in real fights, because I don't want to fight these geezers who are turning up and I'm meant to be. They make me more nervous. They get me more nervous. I hate it. I'd rather fight a proper fighter who I know is coming to have a good go. And when you're waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and you want to go running, you want to go training and that, and it's making you want to go that extra 10% in that training camp. Like, that's where you want to be. These are the fights we're excited. This is what we're in the sport for. I'm not in the sport to be up Dinlows. I want to fight proper fighters. So I'm happy that Kane even took the fight, to be fair.
And Kane, you are literally, I've just said it to you before we came online, you are like the smiliest guy in boxing. And the harder you work, I mean, we've been around the gyms with you, and the harder you work and the harder that session gets, the more you smile. For me, the harder a fight looks like it's going to be on paper.
Not from what I've seen. Not from what I've seen. I've seen him bending over and leaning over and trying to catch his breath. Like, you know what I mean?
Well, let's just let Kane come in there because
that doesn't work in that. That doesn't work in hard. No corner. Cut.
There's definitely no corners cut, and I just down there, and I just want to bring that in actually, Kane. This is your first full camp with Ian Harrison down at Crawlers. Yourself and Ian go way back. This is your first full camp at Anthony Crawlers down at Fox ABC. How much of a difference has training around other pros and the wealth of experience and the young ones coming up made to you, particularly for this fight?
Yeah, big difference. I was down there preparing for my last fight against Pierce O'Leary. I was sparring Bobby Faulkner and William Qualler. Yeah, and then we was there for like a good 6 weeks. And I loved it. And I wanted to be. I was always training on my own, and it was getting a bit depressing. And I was like, oh. But now I'm training with other fighters, and that they're pushing me. I'm pushing them. I get in-house sparring now, and yeah, it's just going great. So I'm buzzing.
I love that. And it's nothing to do with the choice of music down there, is it, at all? I swear they've got
questionable music, but
yeah, absolutely. And Jamie, you're from Derbyshire originally, somewhere I lived for many years. But you're down, is it Essex now, down south?
I'm from Arlo, in Essex. I moved away when I was like 15, just involved in the wrong shit when I was a young kid. And my mum and that moved away, and I lived near a place called near Chesterfield, a little place called Bolsover. I lived there, had a great support, and I lived there for like 10 years. And then some shit went off, and I ended up moving away and starting fresh again down here. And then since then, I've like everything's just going right for me. Like my life, I'm just about to open up a gym with my friends and stuff like that. So life really taking off, like a PT on the side that's boxing, just so I'm able to provide and stay in a boxing environment and stuff like that. And as well, I've got good sponsors as well. So
yeah, absolutely. I mean, people think that it's just the training camp and the effort that you have to put into the ring, but it really isn't. Boxing doesn't keep food on the table and a roof over their head, does it?
no.
And testaments to you both for that. Go on, Kane. Sorry.
Even the money for this fight. Like, sorry, bro. Go on, you go.
Yeah, I agree with that. Boxing for me don't pay, does it? Until you're up there in the big league.
And the problem is, you alluded to it before, nobody wants to fight you guys, but you're taking these 50-50 fights as you see them. I mean, going into this, we should say that on paper, Kane should win. How do you think?
Why do you say that? Because the way I look at this is, apart from Conor Walker, who's a good boy, just had a really good performance, yeah, and that'd be a good 50-50 fight still if me and Conor boxed and that, because we both like to have a tear-ups. But apart from that, there's not a man on Kane's resume where I'd be like, oh, you know what I mean? Like that, I won't beat that person. So it's like we're both in the same place. Sorry about my language. We're in the same boat and that. Like if it weren't for the Danny Ball loss, which he was massive, that geezer, he was huge. Apart from that, I should be sat in the top 15, top 12. You know what I mean? So I've done my apprentice, and just obviously every time I've stepped up, I've never been given a home advantage. I should have been English champion against Billy Allerton, but they give it a home decision, which was down to MTK not to go for the purse bids and stuff like that. And I just felt like I got let down by my management in that situation to have a fair crack at it. But I feel like I should have been English champion at super lightweight. So when you're saying that, I just feel like you're looking at BoxRec and you're taking off, like you're going off that, you know.
Kane, your response to that?
Yeah, well, see, obviously on paper, I've got a better record, more experience, boxed the better kids. Like the guy from when I went over to Scotland, Kick on Mario, some African kid. He was a good fighter. Him knocked out about 10 out of 12. Beat him over.
Yeah, but if in Africa, come on, bro, man, I'd go over there and be like 20-0, man. Look at Luke Mumbatel, man. He's fucking got the best record in the world, but he's absolutely jank.
Yeah, Connor got a good win against Connor.
Could win that, to be fair to you. To say you run, yeah, it was a good win. I'll give you that.
I boxed him. I used to spy him, so I knew I could beat him doing that quite easily. That's what I did. I just adapt. So, yeah. And then I
Yeah, I
boxed
think
Pierce.
we all adapt, don't we?
I boxed Pierce, who no one wanted to fight, but I took it.
Yeah, me and Piers have done loads of rounds, like good rounds as well. Like Piers is a good boy. So listen, when you box Piers on that, listen, he's a good fighter. Piers, he'll be world champion at Geezer one time like in his career. So yeah, he's no muppet to be involved in. And you went the distance with him, so I've got to give you respect in that one as well.
I'm looking to perform now.
So who stands out on your resume, Jamie, that makes you on
He's
paper?
gonna laugh at this one, yeah. Listen, he's gonna laugh, but no, I'd say,
No one.
I've been in with some good fighters. To be fair, like Teeth was good. I was coming back and I was gonna beat a Teeth. If that was 10 rounds, they were smart and logged it off at 8 rounds. So I got off the floor and nearly had him out there in the 7th round. It's only really Danny Ball, really. I'd say I was out my depth because he's just massive. That geezer was huge. And he was just too big for me. But apart from that, I knocked out Ben. I knocked out Ben Fields, who done him.
Did you watch the fight with me and Ben when he beat me?
Do you know what, bruv? I just looked at the box rec and I was like, you know what? Listen, I know what was going to get you a reel you in, bruv. Listen, we don't even need to chat shit because you're like me, bruv. We just fight anybody. We're here to fucking have a scrap, you know what I mean? And it's going to be a good do.
Have you not seen that fight when he beat me then? Yeah, sweet.
No, I don't need to, bruv. You're funny.
Quite sure, Jamie, you just said don't look at box rec and take that for granted. So it might be worth having a watch of that fight.
Yeah. No, listen.
And go, Gardner down in the 1st round. Mate, the guy hit me in the back of the head.
Do you know what I was very surprised with Ben? Like, everyone was saying to me how tough he is and he just comes out as a fight. But when he jumped in there with me, he tried to box me. And I said to him after the fight, why did you do that? And he was like, oh, you was too strong. So I was like, oh, fucking hell. Like, that's mad. And he's known for coming forward against everybody.
But Kane, your fight with Ben Fields was 5 years ago. How relevant is that to today?
Nothing. It's not relevant, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
It's not relevant. I found Ben Fields so easy when I was in there. I felt like, come on, just take my bait. So I was trying to box him. And then eventually he did. And as soon as he did, I found the opening. So, and to be fair, the referee was a bit thingy, but he went down on one knee. The referee got to 8 and he didn't even stand up. So it was like, obviously, he looked premature, but at the same time, it was like, he didn't beat the count. He knew what he was doing. He went down on one knee and then just stood there looking at his corner. So it was like, well, did he really want part of this, part of the fight or not?
So, obviously...
You had half a stone on Ben Fields.
What's that?
You had half a stone on Ben Fields, didn't you?
Mate, no, listen. The fight got made at 10:10, yeah? So we told all them, listen, 10:10 is going to be on the day. They're like, yeah, that's cool. No worries. He's going to come in at like 10:8, 10:9, yeah? He turns up, yeah, he jumps on the scale, he's like 10:6 or something like that. And I was just like, and he was like, okay. And I was like, what do you mean? And then he was like, we got a phone call. It was meant to be an 8-rounder. Then he went down to a 6-rounder. And then he wanted 500 quid extra. And we was like, fuck it, we'll have to pay the money now. Like, so yeah, he skanked me, to be fair. But John Pegg didn't tell him 10:10. And when we showed him messages, he's like, oh, right.
It says 10-1 on box rec, doesn't it?
No, he was like 10:6 or something like that, or 10:7. I think he was. He was around about welterweight, and then I weighed in at like, what is it? I weighed at 150. So it was on a day.
Okay, so we've established that we haven't watched the Ben Fields fights, but Kane, have you watched any of Jamie's fights in preparation for this?
No, I watched that one with Danny Ball. I watched that one again, yeah.
What would you say that he does well, and any kind of chinks in the old armour?
Fucking defend well. That's about it.
I'll give you those in a minute. Just a minute. I feel like Julia What's the Chops doing the election debates here. Go on, Kane.
Just a game little fucker in there. Yeah, he's all right. He's not bad. Been around the block. But I just believe I'm better in all aspects of boxing. So we'll see on Saturday night.
Same as me. You know what I mean? I've been around the block a long time and I feel like I'm better than you in every aspect. So both boxed for England as amateurs. Both had a shitload of amateur fights and listen, it's just going to be a cracking fight. Like, it's pointless even building it up. People know
why,
what type of fight this is.
And this is why I've done this the whole way through, and I'm not the only person. This is why I said to you guys, I want to speak to you both. It was never about getting you on here to trash talk each other. The fight doesn't need building. But I wanted to speak to you both, and geographics don't make it easy. And I thought it would be great to have you guys both on tonight. And it's been lovely to have you. So, what's the result going to be, and how? Jamie?
I'll win.
How? By any means necessary?
Hey, just let me know if you need to bring me running trainers, for fuck's sake.
Gonna be a surprise, mate. Gonna be a surprise.
If you're not, bruv, listen, it's going to be a good fucking fight. If you go for a run, then it's going to be boring. It's one of them, isn't it? It's like.
And is that what you think of Kane? That he'll run?
I've seen him fight and I've seen him run, and it's like I'm prepared for either of them. Like, you know what I mean? Whatever it is, like, we've covered all bases. Like, so it's like same as Kane. Like, I bet he's like been sparring certain people and doing certain things and making their sparring partners do certain things and stuff like that. So it's all preparation. Listen, he believes he's going to win. I believe I'm going to win, and we're both respectable pros, and we don't need to build it up, and we don't need to think it like. End of the day, we're both hard-working pros. We got families and stuff like that. And then when I put something on Instagram and you bit to it, and I was like, do you know what? I feel like a prick here, fucking even doing this, man. And my manager was like, just give him some shit, and I'm like, oh, bro, I don't want to do that. I don't want to look like a bell end because I'm really not that person, man.
Well, you smiled almost as much as Kane, so maybe we've got the two smiliest guys, north and south, in boxing coming to fight.
Smiley geezers who we just love the game. We just want to punch each other's heads in, you know what I mean? It's just simple as that.
And I absolutely think there's going to be respect there between you two. There is now, I can see that, but absolutely when you share the ring.
Yeah. It's hard to get angry. It's hard to get like involved in that when you're seeing him be nice with his, like he looks like a good dad, and the same as me, like I'm a good dad as well. So it's hard to be like that when you see that side of that person as well. Like, you can't really think. And then when we built it up a little bit, it was just like, you know what, it don't even need to be that. Like, why are we even doing that? We just make ourselves look like bell ends.
So obviously you're both going to win on Saturday night. We've established that. The last kind of question, really, what does a loss mean to both of you? Kane, I'll go to you first.
This is a must-win fight for me if I were to push on.
Both in the same place.
It's a must-win fight, so it's going to be a barnstormer in it. So
yeah.
And a must-win fight for you, Jamie, as well. You say
100%. Like, if we where do we go? Like, if it doesn't go that way, but when we do go, obviously when we win, it's a big reward, but there's a lot of risk as well while we're at it as well. It's
crazy that this isn't on TV, this fight, to be honest. It's so many people have kind of said that, much more experienced in the boxing world than I am.
I thought, me personally, when Danny Bull beat me, I thought my phone's going to be belling off. I thought everybody's going to want to go, but fucking nothing come through. I boxed some absolute Polish geezer. I ended up giving him 500 quid extra, my manager did, for him to stand there. As soon as they hit him, he was fucking gone. After the bell, I'm like, fucking hell, bruv. Like, do you want to even just be in there, bruv, with me at all? He couldn't speak a word of English, though.
Well, Kane absolutely wants to be in there with you on Saturday night. No bones about it. Hey, Kane?
Good, man.
100%, man.
Well, guys, thank you so much for spending some time with me tonight. I'm looking forward to Saturday night, but I'll see you both at the weigh-in on Friday for the final face-off.
Yeah, 100%.
Take
See you
care.
on Friday, guys. Look after yourself, man.
Cheers, guys. VIP Boxing.
For all boxing info, news and latest interviews, amateur and pro, across the north, click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also, Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.